Hi guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. Today we witnessed the Golden State Warriors stave off elimination and fight to live to fight another day, so as they like to say. They defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 120 to 111. It was a very good game. It was a very good close game. None of these blowouts that we've been experiencing in the past. Real nitty gritty game down to some little things, little tangibles, such as rebounding and defense. Now, I want to start off OKC. OKC played a really great game, and they stayed. Whatever flurries Golden State threw their way, they could stay in the game. They even got the lead at one point with Westbrook hitting a three. Durant had 40. Westbrook had 31. The key to the series for Oklahoma City is this. Nobody can guard Durant, and nobody can guard Westbrook. I think Steve Kerr switching it up and putting Klay Thompson on Westbrook and putting Andre Iguodala on Kevin Durant was spot on, because they can't have Curry expending a lot of energy on the defensive end trying to guard Westbrook, which you really can't. Listen, first of all, let's get this out the way. Nobody in the NBA can guard Westbrook or can guard a Curry or can guard a Kyrie Irving. It's a collective effort. It's just like trying to guard LeBron. It's not like one person could shut LeBron James down. It's a team effort. So, that being said, all point guards get scored on. All of them get scored on. All of them get made to look silly. Damian Lillard had Curry looking silly, just like Curry had him looking silly. It's always going to be like that. But Curry especially have trouble with a bigger point guard. Westbrook is made up more like a shooting guard. So that being said, Westbrook and Durant are getting off at all times. But the thing is, you just try to slow them down. Like tonight, Westbrook had like 7 turnovers. So that put them in the negative, in the plus minus. So they played a good game. There's nothing for them to hang their head about. It wasn't like they got blown out or nothing to fear. So they have another chance to go home and close it out. As for the Warriors, they got that big push from their best player, Stephen Curry. And actually, everybody else played decent. Curry had 31 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. And a lot of people have been harping on his defense and saying how bad of a defender he is. He stripped Durant like twice. 5 steals. So I do think he can play defense. I do think when his shot is not working, I think he can do other things. He had 7 rebounds. Oh, he had 5 assists. Oh, I think he can do other things. It's kind of weird, like hearing all the Curry bashes. Even though to me, I feel like the series is still in OKC favor, because I feel like they're gonna close them out at home. Here's the thing: all these bashers and everything talking all this smack. 2 weeks ago, we didn't hear anything. Now, all of a sudden, they don't like the guy. They say he can't do this, he can't do that. If the shot's not falling, he can't do this. You know what? Curry actually got hurt. He missed like 3 or 4 games. You know he's averaging in the playoffs? 24, 5, and 5. So he can't do nothing, but he's averaging, when his shot ain't falling, but he averages 24, 5, and 5. But he can't do anything. So tonight was just like one of those games where they needed him to step up, and he did. Klay Thompson stepped up. I felt like Draymond Green was a great emotional leader. We're just looking at some of the stats here, just really fast. Who had what? You're looking at Spates. Spates was a big factor. Draymond Green had 11 points. But he had 13 rebounds, which they need him to do. They need him to rebound. They need energy. That's what they need. He had 4 blocks, 4 assists. Bogut had 15 points. Klay Thompson had 27, and that's the Golden State we're accustomed to seeing. But when OKC slows down that ball and they get Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant in those pick and rolls, and when they score, it's like for some reason you could tell it puts a lot of pressure on the Warriors to score, because they feel like their ball movement isn't working. And the truth is, it will work if you consistently do it. But if you try to go in a score for score with Durant and Westbrook, you're not going to win. You're going to win by having an all-around game from everybody. And they did. And one thing about Kerr, he had everybody, all hands on deck. Everybody was playing. Livingston played. Barbosa played. So they played their full rotation. And that right there got Curry some rest. Klay some rest. It wasn't like they were worn down. So their jumpers were falling. They could drive to the basket, which Curry did a lot. One thing for the Warriors, which is really troublesome to me, is this. They can't seem to secure rebounds, and they can't make layups. Like, it's like the length of Ibaka, Adams, that Durant, that bothers them. It's like they're missing bunnies. Like if they would have made 80% of their layups, the game would have been over in the third quarter. They would have been up by 20, 25. So that being said, I know Steve Kerr is going to work on them finishing at the basket and boxing out. Everybody has to box out collectively because in OKC, those referees are not going to be as forgiving as they were tonight. Because, like I said before in previous videos and previous commentary, OKC has gotten a huge benefit of the whistle. They got it in the Spurs series, and they've had it in this series. And they've been going to the line. They've been eating at the line nonstop. I think Kevin Durant, he's like a free throw machine. I think he's made like 37 straight free throws, something like that. It's crazy. So that's one of the things Golden State has to worry about. Game 6, can't foul. Don't reach in there. Let him make a tough shot. A tough shot is better than giving him a foul in one. You saw down the stretch of the game, Harrison Barnes fouled him on a three-point play. Then Russell Westbrook came down, got fouled on a hard shot. Let him take those hard shots. The hard shots are not what you worry about. It's the easy ones that you worry about giving up. Hard shots, you'll give those up all game. If he makes it, you shake his hand. Other than that, play defense the way you're supposed to. And like OKC's in good shape, man. I feel like Game 6 they're gonna definitely close it out, or it's gonna be a dogfight because tonight was a dogfight. It wasn't like a blowout, and I feel like Steve Kerr has seen something where playing a little zone here and there and making Ibaka make shots, which he did. Ibaka was huge. Making him make shots, making Russell Westbrook guess as to are they gonna trap or not. The thing that the Warriors have to do, they have to get the ball out of KD and Westbrook hand because KD and Westbrook account for 90% of the Thunder offense. You got to make somebody else beat you. And I think Donovan's going to counteract that with putting in Morrow more or Randy Foye more. So it's going to be a good game. Game 6, hopefully. I want to see a good game. I don't want to see no blowout. Hopefully we'll see a Game 7. I don't foresee it, though. I feel like Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant just have been getting off way too much, and the Warriors don't have an answer for them. And this is the first time, I'm going to say this. This is the first time I've seen Russell Westbrook and Durant play like this, and I feel like right now their 1-2 punch is just too much for any team. I think it was too much for the Warriors, the Spurs. I think it's too much for the Cleveland Cavaliers, honestly. I feel like their 1-2 punch is just so potent right now. Like, they're both scoring 30s, and Durant's averaging 27 for the series. Russell Westbrook's averaging 26. I mean, how do you stop that? So that's the mentality that the Warriors have to have. How do we stop it? How do we slow it down? Don't worry about how you're going to score because the scoring is going to come once you get defensive stops. But part of the reason the game was like at such a limbo, especially down the stretch, Warriors couldn't get those defensive stops that they needed, turning the ball over, not boxing out. You have to put a body on Adams at all times. Crying to the referees. Stop crying to the referees because when you go to Oklahoma City, you know what's going to happen. That whistle's going to get swallowed. So I hope we see a good game. I got Thunder winning, closing out the series. I would love to see a Game 7 in a Warriors building, Warriors gym. You never know what can happen. But one thing I want everybody to do, let's just stop trying to criticize Curry. Let's just stop trying to make it a series about Curry versus Westbrook. When you're looking at the OKC Thunder, everybody's playing well for them. Robertson's playing well for them. Ibaka's playing well for them. Adams is playing huge for them. And you look at the Warriors, up until tonight, everybody's been in such a fog. Basketball is a 5-on-5 game, not a MVP versus who you thought should have been MVP. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. See what I'm saying? Because if the Warriors were getting that same push from all their players that OKC's been getting all this whole series, the Warriors would have been up 3-1. So you got to look at like that. Robertson hitting threes, Dion Waiters playing like the way he's playing, and then you have the whole fact about Curry and his knee injury and things like that. And people don't want to make excuses. There's no excuse. You're beating who's put in front of you. That's facts. That's facts. But what I'm trying to tell you is this: let's stop criticizing that kid, man. Get off his Johnson, get off his Woody, whatever you want to call it. He literally put the NBA on his back. Like how LeBron had back-to-back MVPs and he had a crazy run with the Heatles and all that. you know, just like everybody respected LeBron, you guys need to respect Curry, man. The guy put the team. He put the NBA on his back, bro. 73-9 witness history, back-to-back MVPs, hitting 400 threes, 50, 40, 90 club, and come on. And on top of that, missed a couple games in the playoffs, came back in a game 4, hit 17 points in 5 minutes in the overtime. And you guys want to criticize him and say he's no good, his shot. Come on, man. Let's get real. Let's get real. Because the same people that are going to be criticizing him, talking bad about him, next year they're going to be the same people saying how good he is again. And I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. This is Vlad for Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Peace.